on into our kitchen. So today's meal is going to be done in our crock pot here. So we got our ingredients laid out. We're going to need some potatoes. You're going to need a pound of hamburger meat, a pound of pork, need a can of cheddar cheese soup, can of cream of mushroom soup, an onion, an egg, some mushrooms, some breadcrumbs, some beefy onion soup mix, and some milk. So you're probably wondering what we're going to do with all this today. We are going to make us what we call a smothered meatloaf, all in our crock pot. So you do want to go ahead and spray your crock pot to be safe. I've already, I got about 4 potatoes here, cubed them up. We'll go ahead and put these in here. Make sure they separate here. This is going to be our basis that our meatloaf sits on. I didn't go too fine on the potatoes because this is going to cook for about 6 hours. So I don't want them to cook up to mush. I've even used a bag of frozen hash browns, so just whatever you have on hand will work for this recipe. I just had some potatoes and I've done it with potatoes. So you want a good amount to cover the bottom so our meatloaf doesn't stick to the dish. Alright. The last of our potatoes. Let's see. So now I'm just going to sprinkle it with some house seasoning so our potatoes have a good flavor. Granted, all these juices are going to marinate those potatoes. I probably did almost a tablespoon, not quite. So now, let's get our meatloaf together. Alright, so now we're going to make our meatloaf that's going to go on top of these potatoes. So I do have some hamburger meat here. I went with some ground around. I didn't want something super greasy since this is going to be all in the crock pot. I wouldn't get a chance to drain it. I use my mixer when I'm making a meatloaf. You can do all this by hand. So we've got our hamburger meat there. Now this is about 1.5 pounds of sausage. I'm going to use almost all of it. I'm going to save me a little bit out. Make us some sausage gravy with the rest.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Alright.
So, put that in there. Like I said, you can use ground pork if you can't. My store had some ground pork sausage that they had made there. So, you want some spices anyway, so I grabbed it to use.
We're going to give it a shot.
Yep. I've also done this with just all hamburger meat and no pork. Wash my hands here. You can really modify this recipe and make it your own. What you have in the freezer, fridge, you can use it. So now we're going to combine our package of the soup mix. You always get 2, you just need one of them for this. So that goes in. Now, some of your mushrooms.
That goes in the mix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of it. Not. You want to save some out for the top. I'm thinking. These are up kind of big, aren't they?
Yeah, probably mix them up into the meatloaf and cut them a little bit, won't it?
I don't know, but we're going to see here. It's kind of a rough chop. I do want to save some for the topping, so.
We used to fix this all the time. We haven't fixed it in probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I don't know why. This is a really easy recipe.
It's delicious. We just kind of fell out of making it.
Yeah. Alright, so we have our mushrooms.
It's a good looking mix.
Need an egg.
Doing the egg handoff.
Alright, now this is where you gotta get you a bowl because you're gonna use half a cup of this cheddar soup. Not the whole thing right now.
Half a can or half a cup?
Well, half a can.
Oh.
About half.
That's close enough.
Now you're gonna use a half a cup of milk. Just basically mixing this together for your mixture.
And that's going to mix in the meatloaf also?
Yeah. Trying to stir it together some.
Are you?
Of course, it's going to mix in our mixer.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Alright, so we got our meat, onion soup mix, the mushrooms, the egg. Now, I said in the earlier we were going to use panko. I actually decided I want to use some of the crackers. So this is just like your regular meatloaf. You just want a little bit of a binder in there.
And we use our go-to zesta.
So I'm probably going to use about a half a pack for this. And then we'll look. So now we're going to mix all this together. And you're just going to add, if it's still wet and moist, add more crackers. Because you're wanting this to form a meatloaf shape. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you. I got our meat mixture out, and you just want to form it into a loaf.
That's a big meatloaf.
Yeah, it ended up being pretty big.
That's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
And then I just sprinkled some house seasoning over the top of it.
Okay.
So now, you take the rest of your cheese soup, that half a can, and the whole can of cream of mushroom, and you're just mixing it together. Because this is going to go
What's that? Ooh, on
over top of this.
And that's why it's called a smothered meatloaf.
Yep. Get all this goodness off my bowl. Just make sure you're getting it all over the meatloaf. Alright, so you're going to have that there.
Want the onions or the mushrooms next?
There's really no rhyme or reason to it. Which one you want to go?
Let's go onions. Then we'll put mushrooms on top.
Alright, so I sliced up my onions. I didn't go super thin because this is going to go for like 6 hours on low. So.
Well, this is going to be cooking all day while we're working.
Yeah. This is one of those, just put it on.
Set it and forget it.
Set it, forget it.
That is a load of onions. That's just one onion. We got one onion.
Yeah. He's the big one, ain't he?
He's a big boy.
But that's really going to flavor your meat there. Now you use those. Again, you can use these kind of mushrooms. I've even used canned. So there's really...
We were at the store and those were on sale,
Yep.
marked down, and we said, yes, we will.
So this is what you mean by smothered.
Delicious.
That looked pretty good right there. So you got it in your crock pot?
You got to always make sure you plug in your crock pot.
Yeah.
folks.
I don't know if y'all are like me. I have one plug-in that I use, so I had to unplug the mixer to plug in this. Don't never put those things when you're cooking. That's only for traveling, if you have one of those. Set it on low. We'll come back in about 6 hours and check on it.
All right.
See you then. All right, let's check on it here. It's been going for a few hours. Just want to come in with the spatula, make sure nothing's sticking. It's looking good. Let it keep on cooking.
What the heck is going on here?
Y'all like my cozy, what's this thing called, Mr.
It's a Mr. Comfy, I think.
I'm so cold today, I had to put this on.
Those are quite warm.
Yeah. And then now, look at this. You ready?
Whoa. It's looking pretty good.
So this ended up cooking about 6 hours. I ended up coming back in the last 3 hours and turning it on high because it wasn't boiling at the time, and I wanted to make sure those onions got cooked up good.
Now, should we get that out of there and put it on like a platter?
Yeah, we can. I think it'll hold up.
Yeah, it should. Here, I can do that. And we're back.
Now look at all this in here where we're stirring it good together.
Now that's a cheesy, soupy mix, and that's where all of our potatoes are down below. So now you got your meatloaf, and then the delicious potatoes and kind of the cheese gravy that was smothering the meatloaf.
I'm so hungry, people.
Are you hungry?
We've had to smell this all day.
Yeah, we work from home, and we've smelled this all day.
How big of a piece do you want?
I just want a small piece.
Wow, it actually like sliced real good.
Oh, it does sauce good. Oh my.
Done?
Yes,
Good?
very done. Very delicious.
Get on it there. That went bigger than I
started to say, good Lord. Oh, boy.
See?
And I'm just going with a small piece. I know it looks terribly small, but go ahead and get your accoutrements.
Now I like to cut mine up kind of like that. Then we're going to come over here.
Oh, my.
See?
Potatoes, a lot of onions, mushrooms. Oh, my gosh. And, oh, we're fogged up here. You got to give the folks a taste.
Well, people, this is scorching. Now, I like to put some ketchup over.
No!
But I won't do that.
This isn't the type of meatloaf you put ketchup on.
I put ketchup on mine.
Now, you can put a little extra juice in there if you want. For the folks at home.
You see that steam?
Uh-huh.
That's got a good flavor.
Is it good? It looks really delicious. Well.
See, look at those potatoes. They're tender. Just mash them with a fork.
Try the old mushroom.
That was hot.
Was it hot?
Woo! That's a hot one.
All right. So. I can't wait to try it, Sherry. We're going to tell them to like, comment, subscribe.
And we got to know if y'all are liking our videos. You got to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Let us know.
And down here in the corner, subscribe.
Yep. We enjoy making these videos, and we hope y'all like watching them.
Bye-bye.
Bye.